Once again, viewers, this is your boy Political Hamzy. If you do like this content, please click the like button, the subscription button, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell. This is my first video for 2025. I wish everybody a happy new year, and we just hope this is a sign for greater things to come in Nigeria. But considering what's happening in Nigeria, I do doubt it, because nothing has changed. There are no signs on ground to show that things would actually change. We've seen President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the new tax law. Yes, every civilized nation, the people pay tax. But considering the way Nigeria is, who is going to carry the burden of paying tax? Is it going to be the poor man that already has no purchasing power? And also, when we do pay tax, what is the tax going into? Are we going to have work in hospitals? Are we going to have schools? Are we going to have a good security force? What is this tax actually going to fund, and how would it be beneficial to the common man? Those are very important questions. Also, what's trending in Nigeria, as we've all seen, the owner of Eleganza, his children, whereby it came out that look, they were abusing the Naira note, and the policeman attached to them was holding the money for them, and he got stood down, and he's facing disciplinary action. And you ask yourself, what was that policeman meant to do? To tell the children of Okoya Thomas that look, you cannot spray Naira? We know it can't happen, but he was used as an scapegoat. And the bigger picture for this, to show you how incompetent the Inspector General is and the Commissioner of Police, how incompetent all of them are. For many years now, we've been saying that, look, policemen are not meant to be attached to civilians. They're not government dignitaries. They're not senators. They're not House of Rep members. They're meant to be policing and protecting the general public. So why do we still have policemen attached to every Tom, Dick and Harry? Look at his children. How old are they? They have police escort attached to them. People that should be protecting the normal citizens. And you see that is why Nigeria is never going to change. Then we've seen the remuneration the government has given for the generals, retired generals, bulletproof cars, $20,000, medical expenses. You would say, look, that's a very good move. They've served their country. Some of them have died for their country. They've been wounded by their country. But you need to look at the flip side. Is it because the military are the only force left in Nigeria that could curtail the excesses of the democratic government? Is it that the military, they're the only force left that if the people keep on complaining and they're backed by the military, a change will come? Was this done out of fear? And when you look at the remuneration they've given these military governors, these retired military generals, you ask yourself, we've been talking about cutting the cost of governance for years. But we've seen the remuneration package for senators, House of Rep members, and for governors. And now what you're giving former generals. So that money for treatment abroad and bulletproof cars, the government, they've now made up their mind that, look, we are not going to invest in hospitals, because all these remunerations they keep giving retired government officials is always treatment abroad. So they've made up their mind they're not going to fix our hospitals. All of them get bulletproof cars because they've made up their mind that the security situation in Nigeria is beyond them. They're not looking to fix it. So what they would do is make sure they're well protected. And this is where we are in Nigeria. Nobody fights for the common man. Nobody talks for the common man. And when you do talk for the common man, there's a problem. Because you remember this social media law, the government, the House of Rep, they've passed. It's basically what you say, it's curtailing the freedom of speech. Because now anytime you say anything about the government that they feel it's against them, it feels you're trying to let people know what they're not doing, they say it's an act of treason. And I keep saying this in all my videos. I keep saying this. It's such a shame that for someone like Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a president, freedom of speech was key for him. Getting his message out there as Nadeko against the military junta was key for him. Now he's in government. When people want to voice their own concerns the way he voiced it, now it's an act of treason. What we are going through, civil liberties in this country, there's no difference than when we were under military rule. There's no difference. The only difference is that one is wearing uniform, the other one is wearing agbada. And this is where we are. Sometimes we put everything on the head of our president. Yes, unfortunately, you're the head. Anything that goes wrong, we look at the head. And you have total control of the APC. And unfortunately, we should try and also lay blame on the governors, because remember, these governors receive federal allocation from the federal government. The state governors receive this allocation, and we need to ask our governors, this allocation, $20 million, $30 million, $40 million, what are you doing with it? You're owing salaries, there are no schools, there are no roads, there are no hospitals. In this Nigeria, we still don't have water, we're still fighting about light. We need to start asking our governors, what are you doing with this money? Also, I think one thing Bola Ahmed Tinubu lacks is putting people in his government in check. We have seen the excess of Wike, what he's doing. He's walking around like an emperor, disregarding the rule of law. And that is a bad thing in Nigeria, because it's going to drive away investors. We have seen it in Lagos State, we've seen it in Abuja, whereby government says we want this land, or we're demolishing this building, even when it's gone to court and the case is pending. Without judgment, without hearing, they still go ahead and demolish the structure. Disregard for the rule of law. And you can't blame them, because in Nigeria there's no separation between the judiciary and the executive and legislature. There's no division. They're all in bed with each other. But let's hope, with what happened last year, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, since he says he's a man of the people, and considering we saw during the Christmas period, we saw the long queues at Brodilon in front of his residence, people there, waiting to receive food. So he has seen the hunger. So it's left for you, Mr. President, to make a change. Let's hit 2025. Let's hit it running. Let's start making a change. Not when your 4 years are up, you now tell us, oh, I need another 4 years. There's so many things I would have done that I want you to vote me so I can complete it. Start it now. Let's see the difference. This is your boy, Political Hamzy. You have a nice week. Thank you.